Rockford's Locale artists. With me today, I've got Wyatt Elliott and Chris, I don't know what your last name is? Williamson. Okay, very nice, very nice. So for everybody that's been living under a rock for like the last 5 years, Wyatt, why don't you go ahead and tell them about FML and how you got started in this?
Sure. My name is Wyatt Elliott, and I'm a local filmmaker. I started making films back in 2007. I made a little John Rambo parody called John Rainbow. I mean, my friend just kind of did it just as a gag. I always wanted to make films. I've been a writer of some sort since I was like 10 years old, and so we did that, and then that kind of went viral. Yahoo put it on the front page. And so I got hooked, and I started making music videos. I started my retail series, and then when the carpet got pulled out from under that because we lost my set where my store was at, I was searching for a new idea. And at the time, fmylife.com was just hitting the internet, and every time people would come to me and read me these stories, they'd be like, "If it's funny, I would visualize it." Yeah. And I said, "I think this would be a good short weekly series." Yeah. And about a year later we did it, and that's been going 5 years now. We have over 200 episodes and counting, and every week you can see it on YouTube.
How many YouTube subscribers you guys got to that channel?
We just hit 9,200 today.
Wow. Very nice, very nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I just saw that, so thank you everybody. Love you all, couldn't do it without you.
Yeah. So did you go to school for this, or did it just kind of come to be?
No, I am completely self-taught. I taught myself how to write screenplays. I taught myself how to make films. The mistakes are out there. You can see them.
But that gives you kind of an advantage, I think. You don't fall into the same category of everybody else that does these routine, rudimentary things. You think outside the box because you created it yourself.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and I feel the same way. I'm very proud of the fact that I'm completely self-taught. And I've had numerous fellow artists and friends tell me that I should go to school. And at this point, I'm just a rebel, and I'm like, no, I don't need to.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
That sounds like it. So have you gone to any kind of acting or screenwriting school?
No, again, I'm all self-taught. I just like anything creative, so writing, makeup, acting. I just started producing and directing, so.
Oh. So tell me a bit about how you guys met.
Well, we have a mutual friend, and then that mutual friend mentioned me to him 2 years ago for an FML that he needed someone, and I said, sure, why not? So,
okay, nice. So
2 years later, we're now working on a couple different projects together and
very cool.
getting things done.
That's awesome. Yeah, we've evolved into, she was an actress, and then we became friends, and then producing partners, writing, and yeah, just everything. So I think you're going to see more. We'll talk about that later, but you'll see more with more life. We got 3 projects in the works now.
Oh, jeez. So is there a secret to all this success you've been having, or what would you tell people?
Hard work.
Hard work?
Thinking the same.
Yeah, it's hard work. It's, I mean, for us, working together, I mean, we finish the other sentences, and I send her an idea, and she writes it, and it's what I wanted, so. But success, I mean, I don't feel like I've really made success yet, to be perfectly honest with you. I think we're still reaching for that. You know, I mean, I'm not saying otherwise. I appreciate everything that I've gotten now, but I'm still striving for more. We're not done yet.
Oh no.
My long-term goal is to make Notebook Entertainment a full-fledged studio here in the Midwest.
And that's the name of your production company?
Yes, Notebook Entertainment, Notebook Movies on YouTube.
You guys got a website or someplace we can direct people to?
YouTube right now is mainly where everything is at, so it's youtube.com/notebookmovies.
Okay.
And on Facebook/Notebook Entertainment /Tales of My Life /Retail Movie /The Denisons really lots of projects. So.
Very cool, very cool. So what is the normal day in your life? You wake up at what time in the morning?
What's today? 1 o'clock.
Yeah, that's right. You got all night.
Yeah, right. We did.
Filming till 2 a.m. yesterday, so, well, this morning.
Yeah. We started at 3 p.m.
Well, you and I started because we had to do set decorating and
right.
did all that,
Well,
cameras, and then I started doing makeup at like 5 p.m. Kept doing that for a good 2 hours.
Yeah, our current project involves a lot of makeup. So.
Hey man, I love makeup though.
Yeah, that's good. It's well, that was another one of I think she mentioned earlier, but Chris's strength is she's a makeup artist.
Yeah,
as
she
well,
did say
so,
that. That's cool.
I've utilized her for that in my project as well. But
Intelligent.
you know, back to what you were saying earlier about success is, you know, it's just you have to just keep going. And so if you want to talk about this question here is what an everyday day in my life is every day is new ideas, every day is, if I'm not working, I'm filming, if I'm not filming, I'm editing, if I'm not editing, I'm writing, if I'm not writing, come up with new ideas. And the ideas don't just come to you, listening to conversations, this is an idea, everything is an idea.
Yeah.
And they just come to you. And if it makes you laugh, I try to do it, or if it's thought-provoking, or if it's just an interesting story. I feel like we are both at the point now where we are living out our childhood fantasies and projects and everything.
Yeah.
We're actually able to do them. And I encourage people just to, if you have, just do it. Just no more excuses.
Yeah.
I never made films before 2007 because I didn't go to school for it. And that was my excuse. Well, I can't do it. I can't do it. And then one day I just did it and I haven't looked back since.
There you go.
So just do it. If you want to do something, just do it. There are no excuses.
That's a testament. That's pretty cool though. So what about you, normal day?
Oh, same as him. I mean, we've got regular lives because, you know, we're trying to build our dreams basically. So
Yeah.
it goes from, I work 2 full-time jobs.
Oh, my.
So if I'm not at work, then I'm filming something or writing something or emailing 50 million people because we've got a giant cast and
Wow.
you know, keeping track of all the production and yeah, so
She also has a book in the works too.
yeah, and I'm writing a book, so
Wow.
again, it's just a lot of go, 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 go.
Yeah, definitely. That's cool. I mean, you gotta keep yourself motivated. I feel like you can't ever take a break to sleep almost.
No, I very insomniac.
So let's say that you were sitting talking to a film director, and he was interested about making a movie about your life's work. What would be like a funny starting point you would give him to inspire him to continue his film?
Well, the very first film project I was ever on, I had a few lines and I was supposed to play one of 2 prostitutes actually,
Oh.
for a gangster type movie. And I get to set and they go, so can you learn the lines for the other prostitute and we're going to make you your own twin. So in the span of just a couple hours I had to learn the entire other lines and then like thankfully I had brought 2 wardrobe options for them to choose from, so I wound up using both. And my very first movie I got to play my very own twin.
Wow, double prostitute. What was the name of the movie?
It was Kofax.
Kofax. You know, I feel like I seen a trailer for that movie. Who made that?
That was Paul Saladino. He moved to LA. He's doing big things down there in LA now.
Okay.
And a lot of local Rockford talent was in it.
Okay, I have seen the preview.
You might know Robert Merrill.
Yes, that's the guy that I was gonna connect
He plays
with.
Kofax.
Okay, that's nice.
Shout out to Rob.
Shout out to Rob. I feel like I talked to you on Facebook a couple days ago. I don't know if you talked to me or my alter ego, but it was one of us.
Funny story about that. When I saw Kofax, I don't think I knew her very well.
You didn't know me
at all. Probably not at all. I had no idea that she wasn't really twins.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
So, yeah.
His editing in that scene alone was amazing. I mean, he's like, okay, now make sure you don't stand here, and like, it's very technical.
I'm gonna definitely have to check that out.
But yeah, so I'll answer your question now.
Okay.
So a film director comes to me, what are starting points? A starting point like of my life, like what would be interesting.
Well, like, where would you want the movie to start? You know, like what day would you start your film on if you had to do one by yourself?
Well, I mean, I guess what you would have to probably for starting my now film career would be I was in the break room at my job at the time, and me and my buddy were talking about the new Rambo film that was coming out, and we were excited about it because we were old '80s action films fans, and there was this young guy in the break room that overheard our conversation, and he's like, "Who's Rainbow?" And we're like, "It's Rambo," and we were laughing about it. And as we were walking out of the break room, I said, "Yeah, Rainbow. It sounds like some sort of interior decorator or something." And the idea went. And then John Rainbow is Rambo as an interior decorator. And that's what happened. They just loved. So the movie could start off there and then show the rest. You know,
Yeah,
and then come full circle. So.
That's cool.
The rest of my life is very sad and depressing, so I'm from before that point, it's like, ugh.
At least we got the rainbow moment to start it off.
Yeah, exactly. Start happy.
Yeah. Going to the sad, depressing stuff like that.
Yeah, so tell
That would be the gritty reboot.
Rob Zombie can drop down.
There we go. Make a prequel to it.
Michael Bay, there's some explosions in there.
No, if it was Michael Bay, the camera would be spinning around my head all the time.
So let's just say my twin brother Hugo over there. How you doing, Hugo?
Hey!
Let's just say he gets that time machine finished whenever he gets out of jail. And he's able to take you back to the moment in time when you realized that you were going to go forward with film and never turn back. What advice would you give that Wyatt, knowing everything that you know up until this point?
Can I take the time machine before that and tell him to do it sooner? Because I think that's what I would like to do.
That's a good idea.
I watched the movie Super 8, and there's this, if you haven't seen it, it's these kids that are making films. They're like 10 years old. And I'm like, man, I wish I was doing that.
Yeah.
I was doing that because I was telling stories back then. They may not have been great or whatever, but if I could have filmed it back then, I feel like I'd be much further now as an artist than I would have been back then. So I think that's it, because otherwise, the only thing I can give the advice of, you know, the Wyatt in 2007 is just, you know, don't stop. But I haven't stopped. So,
yeah.
So maybe I did go back in time and tell him that.
Maybe. That'll be the sequel.
Yeah.
You would know, wouldn't you? Because if he went back, then he would have gone back already.
Well, I can't tell you guys. I'd have to kill you.
You can't kill me. I write all your scripts.
Well, there's a reason you haven't stopped. So obviously you've taken your own information if you did give it to yourself.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay. What about yourself now? If you could go back in time and give the younger you advice that would maybe make your steps easier to get to where you are now, what would you tell yourself?
Probably, you know, don't sweat the smaller stuff and just kind of find the... I had a movie that I tried to make a couple years ago, and it just kind of fell apart, scheduling and all that sort of thing, and I kind of lost it a little bit. I was, you know, crazy, out of my mind, pulling my hair out, stressed all the time, and for the Dedersons, I kind of learned from that, and I was like, okay, we have a setback, don't focus on the setback, what are we going to do about it? And I think that's what I would tell myself in a couple years back, is kind of just chill out, you know, it's cool.
Relax.
Relax.
It'll all work out.
I think that's good advice for everything. You know, it's like when a problem happens, okay, that's happened. You can't, you know, the milk's been spilled, now figure out how to clean it up.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. So what would you say has been the biggest highlight so far of your career?
There's been, well, 9,200 subscribers.
Yeah, man.
But 10,000 rapper party, by the way, you're all invited.
Okay.
So, well, I use this a lot as an example, and it still makes me smile. So after John Rainbow went viral, I don't know, maybe it was a few weeks later, maybe it was a month later, but I got an email, supposedly from Sylvester Stallone's assistant on the set of The Expendables. And he showed him John Rainbow, and Sylvester Stallone thought it was funny.
That's good.
And that makes me smile to this day. So, you know, that, and recently I found out that Joseph Gordon-Levitt saw a short film I did called Soul Searchers. And his people on his website, which is called Press Record, and I think that's what it's called, forgive me if I'm wrong. Anyways, they asked for a clip from it to use in their show. So,
nice!
So that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, man, that's two big highlights.
Yeah. And then one more, a show in Britain contacted me, and they wanted to show clips of John Rainbow in their story about Stallone. And so I let them use that too. So.
Nice, man. I'd like to see that.
I'll send you a link.
Okay, I'll put it on the website so everybody else can see it too.
All right.
That's very cool. So, biggest highlights for your life?
Well, maybe me, obviously. I'm sorry.
I don't know about that. Probably acting with Jean-Claude Van Damme. They did I guess it was a Funny or Die sketch or something, a contest where they had Van Damme do all kinds of stuff in front of green screen, and then you had to make a film. Well, after the contest, they released it for public domain use, and so Wyatt decided that he wanted to make an FML using green screen. And he asked me to be a part of it, and I said absolutely. And so I got to act with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That's pretty cool. You like Jean-Claude Van Damme, Dennis? Yeah, man. So what would you say, I guess, has been the biggest challenge that you've had to overcome, if there was any?
Money.
Money is
Damn no money.
indie filmmaking is right now. It has come out of our pockets. I mean, there's very little money coming in to produce it, but that we don't. As artists, you don't let that stop you. You know, you work around it. You find ways. Luckily enough, there's a great acting community here in Illinois, in Rockford, Chicago, and Wisconsin, as we found out.
Everyone's supportive.
And they're supportive, and they come out and they volunteer, and we couldn't do it without you guys.
Yeah.
So
Thanks, Ederson's cast out there.
yeah, so we love you
Shout out
all.
to you guys.
And all Matthew Millers and everything. I mean, so yeah, that's probably the number one challenge, and then time is another one.
Oh,
You know.
nice.
So if we didn't have to have real jobs.
She's got two of them, right?
Yeah, right. I know, if we didn't have real jobs, we would have a full-fledged network probably going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because between the two of us, I've said this about myself alone, but I know for a fact that the two of us, we've got more ideas than we'll probably ever live long enough to produce.
Wow.
You know.
So we got one more question for you, then we're going to go to a word from our sponsor. Who is your favorite superhero?
Oh God.
Iron Man.
Oh, I've got Iron Man before. Now we're talking Iron Man.
I'm talking Iron Man Robert Downey Jr. because it's just Robert Downey Jr. And yeah.
Iron Man.
Sherlock Holmes as well. Like I count him as a superhero.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, Sherlock Holmes.
I was like, really?
I thought you said Sean.
Sean Holmes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sean. Okay,
And
Sean Holmes.
Sherlock's younger brother.
Oh, okay. So he's like Robert Downey Jr. in general, I guess.
Well, no, I like Sherlock Holmes since I was a kid. I read all the
Okay.
stories, and I kind of think he's a superhero in his own right, just without the powers. He's got powers that he developed in his mind, basically, and I think intelligence is an awesome superpower,
Yeah.
especially nowadays.
Definitely.
So, a lot of ignorance out there, so.
Yeah, that's cool. You like Sherlock Holmes?
Got a cool sidekick.
Oh.
I like her answer a lot, especially Sherlock Holmes. And I like Iron Man, but we have this debate. Is Captain America is going to kick Iron Man's ass in Civil War. But,
Yeah,
big fan of Cap.
Shield.
Big fan of Cap, but
Shield.
if I had to say overall favorite of all time, I mean, as much as I love Marvel, I'd probably have to go Batman.
Really?
I
Okay.
think I'd probably have to go Batman. Michael Keaton Batman.
Hey, you cut me off, man. I was about to ask you that
Just
question.
so to be fair, Michael Keaton
The
Batman.
Batman.
And Jack Nicholson.
And Jack Nicholson Joker,
Yeah.
because we've asked other people that too. It's
Yeah.
funny, it always sparks a debate. We ain't got no arguments here.
Yeah.
We're right on the same page as you
Heath
are.
Ledger was amazing,
Mhm.
and he did his own thing.
We'll be right back. We're looking for a word from our sponsor. My name is the Outlaw Matthew Gregory Jones. We're here with Wyatt and Chris from FML, Dederson's, Notebook Entertainment. Right back into this.
Hey, I just want to remind you that the third annual Rock and Roll Garage Sale is going to happen right here in this room on Sunday, June 7th. So you asked me, Chip, what is a Rammy Rock and Roll Guitar Sale? Well, if you're a musician and you have some gear at home that you don't want anymore, you probably would be best to rent a table at this garage sale, sell your gear. I know a lot of young kids come in here at this garage sale looking for gear. They can't afford the new stuff, so they want to buy some used stuff. Or if you want to go shopping, once again, it's Sunday, June 7th. If you have any questions, you can go to our website, RammyAwards.com.
And we're right back with Rockford's Locale Artist. I am the Outlaw, Matthew Gregory Jones, here with Chris Williamson, right?
Yes,
Yes, and Wyatt Elliott.
What's up?
How you guys doing? Having fun?
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
absolutely.
Dennis, how you hanging in there, brother? Good. All right, man. So, back to the questions. I'd kind of like to know, out of all the people that you've had the opportunity to hang out with and work with, who's been the coolest one that you've met, and what have you taken away from them?
You
Excluding
don't see me. You don't see me.
present company excluded. Honestly, the one, I mean, there's a lot of them, and I don't want to single anybody out because everybody has something to bring to the table. But the one I have the most fun with when it comes to FML, because FML is 90% improv, as you guys know.
Yeah.
The ones that bring something to it, the ones that take what little idea is there and make it funnier or make it their own, or and just come up with ideas to enhance what is funny already and make it so much bigger and better. And so the names that pop in my head real quick, I'm not gonna sing anybody else, I'm gonna name a couple.
Okay.
Jacqueline Francine, she always brings it. I met her through Chris, so yeah.
I bring people together.
She does. Ty Yeager, also I met Ty
He brought
Yeager
us
first.
together.
But yeah, he brought us together. I met Jessica McShane, who you worked with.
Yeah.
I've worked with her twice now. She's phenomenal. And you know, Flex Bentley, Danny Grams are also, and Aaron Robertson and Kimmy Perez are the two I can most count on if I say anybody. So there's a lot of people, but take away from, they all bring it every time. And they're, anybody out there who wants to cast, I recommend them. So
Nice. You heard it from Wyatt Elliott himself. You gotta bring it. Oh, what do you got for me?
Well, like he said, I mean, we meet so many awesome people, and the whole community in Northern Illinois is kind of very inclusive with each other. I'd say everyone we have currently cast on the Dedersons,
Yeah.
I would highly recommend working with them. They're all fantastic. Derek L. Cook, I've tried to work with him a few times before, and he's always right on top of things. He's he's a great guy. Valerie Meacham, she plays Donna Dederson. She's amazing. Jennifer Lunius,
yeah.
she's, oh my God, she's amazing.
I said this to you, and I think I said this to the cast, but if not, I want to say it now. We have a cast that rivals anybody we could have gotten in Hollywood.
It was
Really?
amazing.
Wow, that's an impressive statement.
I stand by it.
Yeah, man.
We got our dream team. I mean, when we had auditions and people showed up and sent in their videos, like we worked hard at making sure that we got the right people, and I really think we did.
Nice. Well, we'll get more to the Dedersons in a little bit.
Sure.
But I gotta ask you a question this now. Picture yourself at like age 97. Okay, you're sitting out on a lawn chair in your backyard, if you live in 97.
Okay, all right.
Imagine. And you want to think back on the best moment that you could ever imagine to happen. Like, what would you like to sit there and be just thankful for?
So, well, 97, I want to be, my goal is I want to be like Clint Eastwood, and I want to be like freaking 80-something still making films.
Okay.
Minus the talking into the chairs or
Yeah, whatever that was. Well, yeah, you know, when you get that old, you can talk to whoever you want. But he's still making movies, and he's a badass, and so I want to be like that. But other than that, but you know, ideally, man, if I could look back and I could just say, you know what, I built a fully fledged, profiting production studio in the Midwest and utilized local talent and was able to provide all these talented people to let them get paid for and live for their dream and live and do what they want. You know, it would be phenomenal. Like that's what I want.
Wants to be a dream maker.
That
Yeah,
I
man.
kind of do. Yeah, actually.
Beautiful.
That's very touching. That's good. What's your moment?
Well, I think by 97, I'd like to have definitely already published the book I've been working on forever. That's goal by 97. And really, I just want to, you know, my dream is to open an animal sanctuary, like buy up acres and acres and just have buildings full of animals everywhere that people can come and the community can come help take care of them and educate young children on how to take care of animals. So that way there's less abuse, less neglect, less, oh, this puppy's not cute anymore, I'm going to give it away, or oh, I didn't know snakes had to eat live mice, so now I don't want it. Like, you know, that's...
Would you have a pet cemetery?
That depends because I've read everything by Stephen King, and Pet Cemetery is really creepy to me. Really creepy. But we probably would and have respectful, you know, burials because I do that with my own lost babies.
That's cool. Very emotional. So shot out of a cannon. I want to know who your favorite director is, what your favorite color is, and your favorite cereal. Go.
Favorite director, Kevin Smith. Favorite color, blue. Favorite cereal, Apple Jacks.
Oh, very nice. That was pretty impressive. Lion.
Director, I'm gonna go with Quentin Tarantino.
Oh.
There's so many to say, but he still does good work today.
Oh, yeah.
He hasn't George Lucas on us. And I would say color. I don't really have one. I always like found a yellow. I don't wear it, but yellow. And then cereal. Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs, okay.
Because he's cuckoo.
Yeah. I like that answer.
See why our first episode was sponsored by Nabisco.
Yeah.
The cereal thing, I don't know what it was. We were just laughing so hard about it. The one guy said he didn't ever have a favorite breakfast food. So like I had to tell him, picture yourself at IHOP. What would you order at 10 o'clock at night? He goes, bacon.
There you go.
I guess that works.
Why isn't there a bacon cereal?
Yeah, bacon.
There
first.
isn't? I thought
Yeah.
bacon invaded everything.
That's what. Yeah, I think it might be an opportunity for it.
All right, well, somebody out there make that bacon cereal. We're giving you $1 million idea. Take it.
Gross.
I'm not just doing myself. So, what special skill would you say you've been most blessed with? Why?
If creativity is a skill, then creativity. I mean, I can't imagine life being any other way. It'd be just too boring for me, I guess. I don't know. Like I think I'm not an athlete. I'm not a musician, which is creativity. But I'm not any of that. For me, it's being able to tell stories. I've always done it, whether it be writing, drawing, filmmaking. There's always I actually want to be a storyteller. So that's it.
That's your skill. That's a good one.
Yeah.
What about you, Chris?
That was a really good one. Cause I was just there like, wow, that sounds like something I would say.
That damn phone.
That's just
So
I guess my greatest skill is continuing to pursue my curiosity. Like, if I'm interested in something, I go and learn about it until the next thing crosses my path. I just always want to be learning. And I think that's a skill because that helps you with everything else in life. Like,
Yeah, you can't stop learning.
right.
Yeah. You never learn too much, I guess, you know.
Oh.
Well, I mean, yeah, learn it. If the day you stop learning, you might as well be dead. It's the same thing with your work or your creativity. Is if you can't look at what you did before and realize that you've gotten better, then you might as well stop.
You just gotta realize that you could never get to that point where you've learned everything. That's all.
Yeah.
That's where it gets dangerous. You're like, whoa, I know all this stuff. I'm the smartest person ever. It's like, you still got tons to learn.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's right. Always learn, always keep learning.
So let's move on and talk about the Dedersons now. What would you want to tell the audience that's coming up? What day is it coming out on? You know, the future for Dedersons. What's your favorite parts about it? Go ahead and take this opportunity.
Okay, well, I'll start. The Dedersons is going to be a classic style sitcom. We are filming the pilot now, so we're doing it in the style of like the Munsters or the Addams Family, black and white.
Nice.
It's going to be shot for you technical guys, 4x3.
Oh.
And it's the idea is going to premiere on June 7th.
Okay, 2015.
2015, yeah. We set the date, we're sticking to it.
Nice.
It's about a family, their name is the Dedersons, and they are surviving after in the zombie apocalypse. They are zombies, and they're living in a little zombie quarantine community, and they're making the best of it. And it's, but it's in the style of 1950s show, so they're not miserable, they're happy. They're a family. It's mom, dad, and the kids, and they have everything.
They're normal people, except they're zombies.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Donna Reed if they're all zombies. Is
Right.
what it is.
And you're never gonna forget they're zombies. Like, it's part of the running gag where like people lose limbs and they'll have to sew them back on or something like that.
Yes, absolutely. And ideally, we're shooting for once a month episode to start out on my channel on YouTube Notebook Movies, and eventually possibly a VOD or something.
Nice.
Go from there. So
VOD is video on demand.
video on demand
For all the non-technical people.
Yeah. Sorry.
I didn't ask earlier, that's why I'm letting you know.
This is the.
That covered it. It's just an idea. Like, I had gallstones, and I had to go to the hospital, and I was on all kinds of pain meds, and I came out of the hospital, I was like, Wyatt, I had this great idea. I'm gonna write a script. And then I sent it to him, and he's like, let's do it.
So do you have like the whole season already written out?
No, we have 2 episodes, I have 2 episodes written.
Okay.
What it is I actually have like the whole town in my head.
Oh,
I have a
okay.
whole list of characters that probably aren't even gonna show up till 5 episodes later that haven't even been written.
Nice.
But it's kind of like when you're a kid and you give well, you guys are guys, so I don't know, but for the ladies out there maybe, when you give your dolls like, you know, personalities and names, and you're like, okay, what are we gonna do today, guys? And you set them up and...
I had action figures, I did the same thing.
Well, you know, like that's something that, you know, when I was a kid, me and my brother, we would never play our G.I. Joes as G.I. Joes. We had our own characters.
Yeah.
And we would make them our own characters.
That's how it was with Barbie too.
Yep, and I think that's a sign of creative mind.
I think so, and obviously to create and make things with your characters.
Yep, you don't do what you're told, you create your own things.
So I guess we've been sort of making plays since we were kids, just with dolls.
Yeah, absolutely.
Practicing.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
we've been practicing all our lives.
So tell me about your Indiegogo.
We're doing an Indiegogo right now. It's a live campaign now. I mentioned earlier that the second or third thing I ever did after Rainbow was a retail series. And I have always been a supporter of people who work in retail because there's a lot of funny moments, aggravating moments, stuff that happen in that position. And I don't feel that Clerks is the closest we've ever gotten.
That's what I would say.
And Clerks is phenomenal, but there's a whole other thing to it. And I've done it before. If you look at my YouTube page, you'll see retail movie section. There's also retails. And my goal is to bring back retails. And the only reason why we don't do it now is because every time we get a store to borrow the film, we only have it temporarily, or we lose it, or the owners get nervous about us doing it because we're making fun of the customers. And so, and I get it, I understand it. So I figured the only way to do it is take control over it. And so I have a extra room in my house that's attached to the garage. I want to build a retail set in there.
Great idea.
We're only asking like people to donate $1. If you want to do 10, fine, but mainly $1. If enough people donate, it's a small goal. We can build the set, and I want to make retails in little 2 or 3 minute episodes like we do FML, and have it as a weekly series on top of
He's actually
FML.
done some memes that have gotten viral.
I turned a lot of the old clips of my old series and made them into little 10-second memes, and those have all gone 200,000, 400,000 views on Facebook, and so I feel like we could turn that into a successful running series.
Yes.
So if you like the meme, go donate to the Indiegogo and get a whole episode.
Yeah, and I'll give you the link to that. You can put it in the description below.
Oh, definitely, man. That's really cool.
But yeah, so we're not asking a lot, and it's different because you're not donating for one movie. You're going to donate for an entire series. Once it's built, I can make it for as long as I want or as you want. So
great idea. Indiegogo.
Indiegogo, and I am. One of the perks is that I will accept your personal stories and turn them into episodes.
Oh, that's a great idea. So you've got even more excited.
Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah. So help support local talent, local indie film, and for all you actors out there, if that set gets built, it just means more work for you. So
yeah, exactly. So tell the people, I guess, where they find this at.
I'll give you the link. It's going to be in the description below.
But is there like a website, Indiegogo, that people can go to and search for this?
It is Indiegogo.
Or is it a separate thing? I guess I don't really know what it is.
Oh, Indiegogo is like a crowdsourcing, crowdfunding.
Okay, I know crowdfunding.
Yeah, that's what it's a crowdfunding site. And I don't have the exact link.
It's mostly for indies.
It is.
So, but link will be in the description below.
Well, very nice to meet you guys. I mean, my name's Matthew. You're Wyatt.
Yes, sir.
Chris.
Thank you.
This is my buddy Dennis right here. Normally we end these shows with a musical performance, but since we found that you guys don't really have like musical talents, like you said you sing Broadway once in a while.
No, I said I could in the shower.
You said you sang on Broadway.
No, I'd love to sing on Broadway. They'd probably kick me off though, like real fast.
You don't want to hear me sing at all, so.
So we decided we're going to do a scene from a hat, where basically we're going to have Dennis here playing our host of the party, myself, Wyatt, and Chris are all going to have predetermined characters that you'll read on the bottom of the screen, but he's going to have like 5 minutes to get to know us and try to figure out if he can guess what we are or not. And We'll be right back after these messages. I'm the Outlaw Matthew Gregory Jones, Wyatt, Chris, Dennis. This has been Rockford's Locale Artists. Thank you very much. I'm gonna interview a lot of people. Ready?
Ready.
How you guys doing? I am the Outlaw, Matthew Gregory Jones, and you are watching a special edition of Rockford's Locale Artists. Here we are at the Rammies 2015. We'll be right back with my good friend here, Jerry Dale Harris. All right, cut.
Yeah. That's mine too.
Show it to the camera, but I can't look.
Well, you can, you're gonna go big.
I got this.
Alright, this one's okay.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay, here we are. I guess I'm going to be the host of the party now. And we've got Dennis, Chris, and Wyatt all with their scenes predetermined. And I'm going to have to figure out who they are. And action. Oh, I got all my stuff ready for the party. Windows dusted, chairs ready to go. I got all the pop in the refrigerator, no alcohol. I should be good.
Ding dong.
How's it going? Welcome, welcome.
Hi.
How are ya? Look very nice. Yeah.
Thank you. I just got in.
Oh, did you now?
Yeah.
Where are you coming from?
Well, I had a lot of athletics to get done.
Let's see it's done. So are you some kind of performer?
Some kind.
Some kind of
Some kind.
Oh, I see. Where are
We
you
like
from?
to show a whole lot.
Oh, I see. So possibly an exotic dancer, maybe?
Ding dong.
Oh, ding
I just
dong.
put on my headdress
How are
here.
you?
Oh, I just got here. I came from a long ways.
Came from a
Whoa, what is this fancy stuff? What are you wearing there? Is that
Do
like
you like my headdress?
it's huge, but is that like an animal on your head? I mean, I've seen those all they fly normally.
Yeah.
What is this? Is this a flat person?
Yeah. Actually,
How
I've
do you
been to
get
Party
so
City.
flat? I mean, like I've only seen people like you and I. This is like, what is?
This is a chair. It's made out of wood.
It's a like a tree. Like a tree
It was a tree at one point, yeah.
How on earth did you do that?
Oh, I got one more guest. Hold on. So you guys mingle amongst yourselves. How you doing, man?
Okay.
You got my money?
What?
You got my money?
I don't know what this is doing. It's doing it all
It's the
wrong.
first of the month.
The first month, all I think
Got my money.
you wouldn't be a landlord, would you?
Whoa.
I just
Money.
bought your house.
You just bought my
I
house.
just bought your house.
This guy here, he's asking about money. I don't know who he even
What's
is.
money? Don't you barter?
Money.
Like a barter?
It's what everybody, it's the denomination that you
The what?
exchange for different items.
What is
Money
this?
goes real fast where I come from.
I bet it really does. It's gotta be some kind of a hooker prostitute. Something like that. Excuse me, but hey, the way you're dressed, it just kind of makes sense.
Hey, we have prostitutes where I'm from. So
Oh, really? So you're from
yeah.
Amsterdam?
I'm a professional. I will let you know. A professional.
What is this thing here?
That is
Like
a garage door craftsman thing.
craftsman?
Yeah,
Are you some sort of steel worker?
You've got to be from a different time period, like the 18th century.
Yeah, I mean I am, but like I got here in a very special way.
So you came out of time portal?
I am, yeah.
Okay, so you're almost in like a whirlwind of things you've never seen before.
I don't know what the heck this is.
Okay, I got you. And you've got to be some kind of a stripper, right?
No.
Prostitute, dancer, go-go dancer.
I wear giant headdresses and I usually have giant feathers coming out of my butt.
A peacock? What does that work with? I guess I don't. A Vegas show dancer?
Thank you.
There we go. And you gotta be an angry, disgruntled landlord. Right? So you're a drunk landlord. Right?
Right on.
Hell yeah. Very good, very good. Thank you. This has been Rockford's Locale Artists. Have a good night. That was really funny.